Now I gotta ride or die.
Welcome back to the channel. Today we're touching on something that I do quite a lot on here, if I'm honest. I try and chat to you guys about what stuff is worth, what cars are worth, and which ones to probably buy now before they go up in price. And as I was thinking about this, as I was delving into this with the guys here at JW the other day, I started talking about VW products, Audi products that might be on the come up. One of them being the Mark III Golf and maybe a Vento and also Corrados. Now, I do believe that they are on the up and up, and today we actually have one of that sort of generation of cars that I feel are very undervalued and are next on the come up. This is a Mark III Golf GTI, but this is an anniversary edition, and as you can see, it is, as we would say, not in the best condition. It is here to get fully polished up and made nice again, because I can only assume that this has been probably sat for quite a while. Maybe the wheels look a little bit hit and miss, but this is what I wanted to touch on today's video. Cars like this, and especially the Mark III GTI, is on the up and up in my opinion. This is a car that was relatively undervalued and still, in my opinion, is still undervalued. That means, in my opinion, I don't see too many of them, and then there isn't that many for sale, there isn't that many being treasured, and just like this one, they get left, and as you can see, it just starts deteriorating quite quickly. Now, of course, this one is here to get a full makeover in a sense, get fully prepared, machine polished, you know, everything like that. But what I wanted to chat about is more of the idea of these are the next generation. The 90s cars, I do believe, are on the up and up. So I want to take you through this one just to show you a few bits. Now, the GTI is from the Mark III era, especially this one, where this red stripe just at the front, which is really cool, with the GTI badging just here as well. This one's actually relatively complete by the looks of it. It looks complete. Everything seems to be on there. Red striping around the back with that GTI logo at the back. Tinted rear lights in this generation as well. And this being an anniversary edition, as we open up the inside, as you can see, it needs a lot of doing, but this is what I'm saying. If you buy this now and you kept it, you restored it, it's on its way up. GTI seats, look at these with the GTI badging on it, really cool. And of course, we'll do the sniff test as usual. Yes, it does smell like a Mark III Golf. If you know that smell, you know what I'm talking about. Now, this one is actually on 90,000 miles, as you guys can just see there. So, relatively good mileage, considering this car is, you know, a few years old now, you know, mid-90s car. And yeah, white dials or silvery dials inside, pretty much plastic everywhere. This is an airbag model, so this era came with airbags. I love the gear knob configuration as well, with the golf ball just there. Really cool, actually quite nice inside. Yes, it needs a few bits doing. Red seat belts. Look at that, how cool is that? Red seat belts in this era as well. And of course, like all of these cars from the 90s, the headlining is actually on its way down, which is a bit of a shame. But yeah, there's a few bits to be done, don't get me wrong. This isn't my car, and you know, I'd like to see this restored to some point. But the idea being that this car is the next one on the come up, and I do believe if you're in the market for one, so very soon they'll either be really rotten or really expensive and hard to find. So what I'd actually like to do with this car is follow it on the channel from where you see it right now until it comes out of Jason's. I'm not really going to go too much into the what's, where's and how's that this car is going to be you know, fully restored in the sense of paint correction and washing down and detailing, but I'm going to follow this in the channel for the next couple of days because it's something that piques my interest, and when it comes to it, I believe if I remember correctly, the owner might be selling this. Not saying I'm going to buy it, but I would like to know how much this car is, mainly because I'd like to know values. I can't remember the last time I actually looked at Mark III Golfs, especially GTIs, and how much they were. So it'd be really interesting to see how much an island registered, so a DL plated 90,000 mile Mark III GTI anniversary would be on the market. So the guys here have just finished up cleaning everything on the outside of the car, ready for it to go into the workshop. Interestingly enough, if you just go on eBay and various other for sale websites, actually have a look, see how much these are. I can't find one for sale. So, are we talking about a car that is very similar to the Seat that's behind the big truck over there? The Seat that you've seen on the channel, the GTI. Is it similar to that where you can't actually find one for sale? At the moment right now, I don't actually know how much this car is worth. I'm trying to sort of gauge an interest online and gauge an idea as to how much something like this is actually worth. And the only ones I can actually find are just Mark III GTIs. I can't actually find an anniversary one for sale. I can find Mark IV anniversaries for sale, but I cannot find a Mark III. Interestingly enough though, there is a lot of Mark IV anniversaries online, especially on eBay, going for quite a lot of money. I forgot how much a red, really nice Mark IV Golf GTI anniversary is actually going for these days. So, does that mean that this car, as we're talking about investments and cars coming up, does this mean that this car is going to get dragged up because the Mark IVs are going up? I do believe Mark V GTIs are also going up slightly. There is still a few relatively terrible ones out there, I'm not even going to lie, for about $2-3 grand, but it's an interesting topic. Let me know below, what do you think this car is actually worth? I will try and get a hold of the owner and ask how much it actually is, or gauge some sort of idea off the internet as to how much this actually is, or at least market value on something like this. But leave a comment below, start guessing, because I'd like to know your thoughts as to what you think. A 90k Isle of Wight registered, maybe that's good, maybe that's a bad thing, relatively rare, don't know. Two-door in black with okay mileage and good bodywork, not too much rust. Well, no rust actually, I can't see a lot of rust at all. How much is this car worth? Let me know below. Are you alright, mate? No. No. What are you doing? Look at the size of this Hoover. It's actually massive. What? You're blowing out.
Zoom in. Right.
Is it? Oh, whoa! There was stuff coming out of the back of all the jobs, mate.
It's alright.
It's okay. I've got an industrial Hoover and an airline, so it makes it okay. Wow, what a day out, eh? But the size of this Hoover, though, I mean, we all could do with one of the whole interiors out of this thing. Good shout. We will, as we're here, go into this room. This is just gold in here, isn't it? This is here. We have just tried to put the Series 1 because, of course, what's underneath here, the loveliness of underneath. You can actually put it up on these ramps, but they slide. We don't really want it sliding in here. Yeah, wants to put mirrors under it because, of course, Jason's about that life now. Wants to put mirrors underneath the car to show off his handiwork. Martin's handiwork, Jimmy's handiwork, his handiwork. This room has levelled up though. Look at that bike, mate. So cool. How many packs of crisps has you found? Many. Easter
eggs.
Easter eggs. Oh, is that what got thrown at me earlier? A wild Easter egg got thrown at me earlier and I wondered where it came from. Out of this van. Lovely.
The seat crevices of this vehicle
are on another level. They've got stuff everywhere.
You could have cured famine with this vehicle.
You could have cured famine with this vehicle. Many things. That's what happened. My M4 actually at the moment might as well look like that because there is so much baby paraphernalia in the car. It's got silly. It's just you don't even want to see it. Coming back in the office, we're ending today's video with looking at the newest model that's just come through. It is an Otto RX-7 in yellow. I must admit the interior is absolutely insane. For all the model guys out there, this is the newest one in the collection. Really like that one. Probably won't sell it. I did sell the Passat that was here last week to one of the subscribers, so thanks very much for buying that, and it meant that we could go forth and purchase something else that might be here in a couple of months time, which is very exciting. But we're going to leave today's video there. It is takeover weekend coming up. There is a lot going on. There is many things happening. I've just finished and signed off new hats for FYD as well, so next release there will be hats involved, trucker hats. Really cool design. So I really like the way they have come out, so I'll show you that in the not so distant future. But thank you so much for watching. Leave a comment below and remember to subscribe to the channel, and also leave a comment about how much you think that Mark III is worth. I'm going for $2.5 grand. I'm going to go $2.5 grand. I reckon that's about market value. We will see though. I'll get the owner, see how much it's worth. But thank you so much for watching. We'll see you guys tomorrow.